Today, in episode 90 of Real Occult, we are talking about the nodes of the moon, Rahu and Ketu. So, the north node is the head. And so, going back in the ancient scripture, the whole story, the being that represents Rahu and Ketu. Mischievous lion, being deceitful. And so, Gunner. He ended up getting decapitated. And so, Rahu is the north node. It is the head. And Ketu, the south node, is the body. The headless body. And so Rahu is obsessive energy. It is raw obsession because it is the head is at all the mental energy. And Ketu is detachment. It is the headless body. So when we look at our birth chart, when we start looking into and digging into our foundational. Sounds weird for some reason. Our foundational layer of karma in the birth chart. Wherever Rahu sits, that house is going to become a key to unlocking universal support. It's going to be a focus, a driving factor. Ketu is somewhere that we have extensive experience already from previous lifetimes. And so wherever Rahu is, that's a focus. Wherever Ketu is, that's an area we already have low levels of mastery. We just have to tap into it. For example, if Rahu is in the first house, that is the self, that is our personality, our personal appearance. And that would be where Rahu is. And Ketu is in the seventh house. That is our relationship with others. That is external. That would mean that your mastery, that seventh house Ketu, your mastery is in the realm of others. Relationships, partners, alliances, the approval of the crowd. That's that Ketu mastery. Networker, natural. Doesn't mean you're tapping into it and you're using it, but you have that natural ability, which means you probably don't use it because every time you have to, it just happens because you just know what to do. Whereas the first house themes of self, that's where you have growth and development, meaning you're becoming the main character in your own story. If, let's say, Rahu in the second, Ketu would be in the eighth. The eighth house, death, rebirth, loans, other people's money, shared resources, karmic support. The second house is material possessions, income. Your past mastery, you relied heavily on other people's cash, other people's assets, other people's support, your support network. In this lifetime, Rahu in the second, your focus is on self-earned possession, stability, assets, independence financially for yourself. Actual independence, not relying on other people, other people's systems. And so that Ketu in the 8th means you're not going to have any of that stuff to start out, which means that's a chart that starts out in poverty. And because of that, there's that obsessive desire to acquire second house possessions. And you could go through the entire 12 houses. All 12 houses. This holds true. So you could flip it. You could do Ketu in the 1st, Rahu in the 7th. That means you're naturally confident in your own body. That main character you walk around, you're solid. You're confident in your skin. Your mastery is going to be on working with other people's, building alliances, creating partnerships, relationships with others, building those skills. If Ketu in the 2nd, you know how to do that. You know how to generate flow. So you're going to be Rahu, all of your focus is going to be on that 8th house theme. Maybe you're a wealth manager. So these themes hold true across all houses. And now when you add in the sign, now you get to start adding in another layer, and then you get to add in and sprinkle in the numerology, and then you get to sprinkle in your active current layer of karma, the things that are currently unfolding. Where in the sky are these planets currently at? Where does that correspond with the houses within your chart? Where are these signs? What houses are they in? What current years, current days, personal months, personal years. And then you have all right, what are we going to do about this information? What inputs am I going to give the universe? So that Newton's third law, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. What inputs am I going to give the universe so I get the output that I desire? And we can look at our chart. That's a little Rahu Ketu. We're at 8 minutes. We're just going to start wrapping it up here. If you made it this far, man, I genuinely appreciate you for listening. If you have any questions, if you want to dig into your own layers of karma, dig into your own birth chart, your own numerology, your own astrology, check out our free community, skool.com/real occult school, skool.com/real occult. Completely free. Join, and we can pick a time for your first one-on-one video call. If you made it this far, like I said, genuinely appreciate you. Check out what house your Rahu and Ketu is in. Wherever your Rahu is, that's what you're here for, man. That's your mission. First house, you're becoming the main character. Rahu in the 2nd, you're building what you've already received. Just this time you're doing it on your own without the support of others. You're creating the material possessions. Rahu in the 3rd, executing on knowledge, man. That Ketu in the 9th, you built up this whole library of information. You just didn't use it. Now, Rahu in the 3rd, boom! You're building skills, you're using them. Rahu in the 4th, you're here to build a family, a community, a life you enjoy living. The 4th house is home, roots, foundation, stability. And so you're building that inner kingdom, man. Ketu, 10th house mastery. That's public achievement, career, legacy. So you You already got all that. You're here to focus on that inner world, that fourth house theme. Rahu in the fifth, creator, dude. You are the source, not the audience. You are here to produce for other people. You are the athlete. You are the entertainer. You are the comedian. You're the producer. You're the music man. You're the artist. You create. You produce. You're the salesman. You're the show pony. You're the rider. You're whatever. You're the thing. You're the source. It's you. It's coming from you. Ketu, mastery of the 11th. That's social circles, community, groups, collective goals, like humanitarian type stuff. Social humanitarian type stuff. Rahu in the 6th. You're here to master service, duty, discipline, competition, challenges. You're grounded in the material world. Ketu, 12th house of spirituality, isolation, dreams, mysticism, all of this, the hidden underworld. You already mastered that. You're here to live in the material world. Master material world. Rahu in the 7th. We already did the 7th houses, relationships. Ketu in the 1st. Rahu in the 7th. Here to master those relationships with others. You're here to master that dynamic you have with other people. Rahu in the 8th. Man, you are the therapist. You're the person who's just transformed over and over and over and over again. You've walked into the fiery pits of the underworld and death, and you've walked out the other side, and you can take people in and boom, bang them out the other side. That's your path. That's what you're doing. You already mastered the material stability, financial accumulation, that Ketu in the 2nd. Nah, that 8th house Rahu, you are here to dig into those deep depths. That's where you live. That's where you thrive. Rahu in the 9th. Finding truth. You're the seeker of wisdom. Doesn't matter where it comes from, who says it, what is true. Ketu in the 3rd, it's the skills, the practical knowledge, that 3rd house stuff. You already have. You're here to find. All right, well, we're gonna do it, but what is the proper? What is correct? What is the true way to do it? Truth. You're the seeker of truth. Delineation. Don't let the messenger get in the way of the message. Rahu in the 10th. You're here to build that career. You're the legacy builder, the public achievement, career responsibility. That's what you're focusing on. 11th house Rahu, visionary networker, building those social goals, all of the communities, groups, collective. Oh man, I'm spacing. I'm not going to be able to think of it. But you're that visionary collective gain. Bigger than you. Rahu in the 11th. Nothing's about you. It is not about you. Nothing is about you. Nothing is about you. You are the vehicle for others. Rahu in the 11th. Rahu in the 12th, you're here to master that underworld. You're here to be that mystical soul that just gets it. You're finding spiritual liberation. Your Ketu's in the 6th. You're removed from that material, grounded competition, enemies, challenges, growing you. You're removed from it. You're here to just kick back, observe, watch, process. Your Rahu's in the 12th house. Wasn't necessarily planning on doing that. We were going to wrap it up. Here we go. We just ripped through all the houses. I hope that makes sense. This probably should have been a YouTube video or something with visual aid. Hope you're able to follow along. Like I said, if you'd like me to dig into your own chart, you'd like to hop on a call, we can dig into it together. SchoolSKOOL.com/real occult. I'll talk to you again soon.